A full taxpayer-funded membership to the exclusive Johnson City Country Club is now drawing questions about what, if any, benefit the public is getting out of it. Good evening, I'm Sarah Diamond.
And I'm Josh Smith. While reviewing Johnson City's check register, community watchdog Nate Morabito discovered taxpayers are footing the bill for a country club membership in the city's name, used only by the city manager and his family, a membership that actually goes back decades. Nate's investigation prompted the state controller's office to get involved.
City leaders are now expected to consider the future of that country club membership, a more than $4,000 a year perk that's part of the city manager's contract. The state controller's office says not only is this an unusual expense, it's a questionable one, and the agency doesn't think it provides any benefit to the community. The state since alerted the city's auditors with concerns. Golf, tennis, swimming. Johnson City's city manager, his wife, and kids can enjoy all of those amenities at the Johnson City Country Club at taxpayers' expense. A perk the state controller's office doesn't think any other city manager in Tennessee receives.
This is a questionable expenditure that may not meet the definition of a lawful municipal purpose.
Led by then Mayor Steve Darden,
it's a good package for the city.
Jane Myron, and future Congressman Phil Rowe,
I'm satisfied with the contract we have.
This former city commission approved Pete Peterson's use of the city's country club membership in late 2005, narrowly approving his contract, which included the benefit, by a vote of 3-2, but not without controversy.
And if he wants to be a member of the country club, I think we pay him a salary that will allow him to do that.
At the time, Dr. Ricky Mohan and Pete Paduch both made it clear they would not support the expense.
The country club membership, I'm totally against that. That's not what you do with the public's money.
Almost 12 years later,
it's just ridiculous of how they spend the taxpayers' money.
Paduch still thinks he's on the right side of history.
It falls back on to not Peterson. If you want to give me something for free, I guess I'd take it. Falls back on those commissioners who are good at handing out the public's money.
It turns out the membership here goes back decades, long before this city commission and this city manager.
I knew we had a membership, yes.
Mayor David Tomita says the city's kept the membership for at least 35 years, maybe more.
Because it's not common doesn't mean it's not proper.
While the monthly expense may seem minimal, the cost of the membership over time adds up to roughly $50,000 during Peterson's time as city manager alone. Do you personally think it's a wise use of taxpayers' money?
I'll have to see how it's been utilized to see if we've gotten it, but I don't see that being outside outside of normal use in business and economic development.
Under Tennessee law, every government expense must have a lawful municipal purpose. The city manager identified the purpose in this case as economic development, business relations, and business growth and retention, something former Mayor Darden confirmed by email, telling us the country club allows for productive and efficient meetings while minimizing interruptions.
It's there for that purpose, does not get used often, if at all, in my recollection.
The city could not name the last time the city manager used the country club for business reasons, through a spokesperson telling us Peterson does not keep track of business events or meetings held at any specific location, but added he primarily uses the country club for dining and meetings with both his family and business people. A spokesperson told us any expenses incurred by the city manager, his family, or guests beyond the city's membership fee are reimbursed by Peterson.
I think it's something very, very, very common and very acceptable for economic development purposes.
Mayor Tomita told us while he and the city's auditors are comfortable with the membership,
if that's the comptroller feels that warrants discussion and investigation, we'll certainly do that.
We expect the auditor to examine it again during the annual audit of the city.
City leaders will now discuss the issue further.
If there is something improper about it, it'll not be done. Plain and simple.
Now, a spokesperson for the controller's office told me a city could argue there's a community benefit if a country club membership is used solely for economic development. But as we've reported, that is not its only use. Kingsport and Bristol both tell me their city managers do not receive country club memberships.
Nate Morabito, thank you. Johnson City Board of Commissioners started the city manager's annual review this week, which includes reviewing his compensation. The full commission meets again. That's set to take place on Thursday.